what the exact promise that was made to you by Colonel Gininda.
My lord, he came to me threatening me that I was making him a fool. And he had went around and made his research and found out that I had dreadlocks and a gold tooth. And he said to me, now, as I have got that information about you, I would like us to work together. And he asked me if I do not want money. And I responded to him and said, I do not need money as I am employed. And he asked me how much was I earning, and I said to him that was none of his business. He then asked me, don't I want 3 million? And I said, no, I am fine as I am struggling with my parent at home.
And is that the gist of what he spoke to you about?
That is correct. That is the gist of our conversation, as he had said that I had dreadlocks and a gold tooth, which I informed him that I have never had dreadlocks, neither have I had a gold tooth. Because, my lord, I had also been taken to a dental surgeon to go check if I have had a gold tooth, and the results came negative.
Mr. Ntanzi, then let's perhaps come back to, because I wanted just to explore that aspect of a promise or some sort of financial inducement. Now let's go to 10H, and it reads, do you expect to derive any benefits from making this statement? Was this question asked of you?
I was not asked that question.
And the recorded answer is no, not at all. Did you give this response to the magistrate?
No, my lord.
And I think it's still part of paragraph 10H. It reads, deponent is now informed that he cannot expect any benefits whatsoever from making this statement. The importance of this aspect is now stressed to him, and he is asked whether he understands this. Was this admonishment given to you?
No, my lord.
And at paragraph 10I, it says, seeing that you don't expect any benefits from making this statement, do you still wish to continue to make the statement? Did the magistrate ask you this question?
No, my lord.
And the noted answer there too is yes.
Impendulo.
This answer?
No, my lord.
And paragraph 10J, have you made a similar statement previously, and if so, when and to whom? Was this asked of you?
No, my lord, I have never been asked such a question.
And the recorded answer there too is no. Did you give this answer?
No, my lord.
Paragraph 11, you have now told me that you were not influenced, encouraged, assaulted, or threatened to make this statement, and that no premises were made to you in order to persuade you to do so. I wish to once again ask you to take me into your confidence and to tell me if, in your opinion, anything irregular has been said or done to influence you to make a statement. I undertake to ensure that your allegations are immediately and properly followed up and attended to. Was this admonished to you?
No, my lord, that was not said to me.
And the noted answer there too is no, nothing of that sort. Did you give that response?
I have never given such a response, my lord.
And then paragraph 12, do you understand everything that I've explained to you, or is there anything that I need to explain again? Was this asked of you?
I do not recall being asked such a question, my lord.
And the response there too that is recorded is that I understand very well. Did you give this reply?
No, my lord.
And then paragraph 13, the deponent now makes a statement which is attached here to as Annexure A, and in brackets it says statement should be started on a new page, close brackets. The statement is reduced to in writing as he speaks and is written down in his own words. The statement consists of 6 pages marked 1 to 6, and then there's a bold and a notification. Each of these pages must be also signed by the magistrate, the deponent, and the interpreter. No questions are asked except such questions as are necessary to clarify aspects of the statement which are unclear. Such questions, if any, and the answers thereto are clearly indicated as such. The statement is made in Zulu language and interpreted into English by the interpreter. The statement is now read back to the deponent and translated by the interpreter. The deponent is now asked whether he confirms the contents of the statement are correct, and the answer is yes.
No, my lord, it's my first time hearing or seeing such.
Now, I think it's the penultimate page before the interpreter certificate, it says, the statement is now, that is page 8 of 9, the statement is now signed by the deponent by means of his signature. And there's what appears to be a signature there by the deponent. Is that your signature?
Yes, my lord, this is my signature.
And then it reads underneath that the statement is also signed by the interpreter. We can't authenticate that. And then it says, before me, Additional Magistrate Boxberg, Magistrate's initials and surname. It's noted V. Cronje. The date stamp is the 24th of June 2020, and the time completed is 17:20.
I will not dispute the time, my lord, as I did not have the watch, and I did not see the time. Even when I arrived, I did not see what time did I arrive.
And then towards the footer of that page, there's a space for deponent, and there is the initials BS. Did you note or put those initials there, BS?
Yes, my lord, it is possible that it was me.
And once this document was completed, was it read back to you?
My lord, I do not remember that it was read back to me. Because, my lord, there are some things which I do not see, such as when I was asked that was I assaulted. I've never been asked such a question. Because even me signing here, I was informed that this is a pro forma. When I signed there, I was informed that this is a pro forma that I had complained that I wanted to bath and also made a call. That's what I knew. If everything was read to me, I was not going to sign it. Perhaps I would have signed it maybe in that open field, as I had signed all the other documents in the open field, just like the statement which I signed in the open field.
We'll come to that just now. Now, as the magistrate was talking to you, completing this pro forma, the question and the answer session, as she wrote the answers, did she show you the answers that she was writing on this document?
No, my lord, she did not show me the answers.
Now, once that document was completed, what then transpired?
My lord, she informed me that what I am signing, it's not pertaining to the statement. I asked her which statement is she referring to and who wrote that statement.
And was an explanation proffered to you?
No, to date I never received that explanation.
What then happened after that?
I stood up
And then?
and I left the office.
Who did you leave the office with?
As I stood up, the gentleman also stood up from the chair and he started looking for the police officers. However, there was Jonathan and another police officer whom I cannot recall whose surname was. As the police officers, when you are upstairs, you would be able to see them from down.
Now, during this entire period from 1430 to 1720, Whilst Mujiako was there in that room, did he say anything as this question and answer session was going on?
No, my lord, there is nothing that he said. The gentleman that had a phone was just seated and said nothing.
Then I'm reverting now to this question. You now stand up, take it from there.
The gentleman stood up first and opened the door, and Jonathan and Mohane and this particular gentleman, whom I do not remember his surname, who also came to testify here in court, they came in.
And then what happened?
And that's when I left the office and went down using the stairs.
What happened?
When I got to the car, Mapena opened the car and I went into the car.
And were you taken someplace else?
Before we left, my lord, there was a certain caucus by the particular gentleman that I have just explained, and then Mohane went up to the same room which I had left.
And what transpired?
He came back, went into the car, and that's when we left, and I did not see where were we driving in, because where we parked, my lord, the road goes and as if it makes a circle, and that's when the vehicle stopped.
Can you describe that area with some particularity?
It's an industrial area.
And what transpired at that industrial area?
In just less than 10 minutes, I saw the arrival of Gininda and the lady sitting behind me, Mohola.
What then happened after Gininda, Brigadier Gininda's and Sergeant Mohola's arrival?
He came out of the vehicle and came towards the vehicle which I was in.
Okay, let me clarify this. It nearly escaped my mind. On the 24th of June 2020, from Moot SAPS to Boksburg Magistrates Court, in which car were you traveling?
My lord, I can say I was driven in a white vehicle because usually there is the motor vehicle that was transporting me to and fro.
Yes, mention that vehicle. What is the make of that motor vehicle?
The Fortuna.
Now, evidence led in this court via AVL records and the testimony of Bongani and Gininda is that on the 24th of June 2020, that motor vehicle was at the SAPS garage in Benoni.
My lord, I would not respond on the AVL, and the witness just mentioned VAR, which I assume he wanted to say VAVL, because I do not know how is it operated.
Now, to be fair to you as well, Advocate Mr. Mgomezulu read the record of transcript for the evidence of Jonathan, and in his testimony, Jonathan says you were transported and placed in a Fortuna on the 24th of June 2020.
My lord, I would not dispute what Jonathan had said because he was fine in his body and I was tired of being assaulted, my lord.
Now, let's go back to the industrial side that you talked about, that Brigadier Gininda, Sergeant Mohola arrived and Gininda comes out of his motor vehicle, approaches the car that you are placed in. What happened next?
My lord, he came from his vehicle and came to me and asked me why did I refuse to sign a statement before the magistrate. And I said to him, I would not sign what I do not know and who the author was, because he continually mentioned that I am making him a fool.
And then what happened?
He then informed me that if I do not sign them, I will sign them as they will do to me.
What happened next?
And then I was taken out of the motor vehicle and my hands were uncuffed and then cuffed once more to the back as Mapena had done. And then I was placed with a plastic in my head.
Who placed the plastic bag over your head at that stage initially?
Mapena is the person that has placed the plastic bag on me and the vehicle was behind me.
Was anything said to you whilst the plastic bag was placed over your head?
They then said if I wished to say something, I would then shout or tap my feet.
And how long did this process continue?
I would not be able to mention the time as I did not have a watch. However, we waited at that particular place.
And was it only Mabena that was doing the plastic tubing over your head, or did somebody else participate in that process?
It was only Mabena and Jonathan was standing on the side. And that's when I realized that I should rather sign this document, because, my Lord, there is nothing that I did according to my will. Because if there was something that I did voluntarily, I would have written in Zulu, since I am able to write in Zulu.
And it was placed by Mr. Mgomezulu to certain witnesses that the document that you signed at that industrial site had blood spills on it. Can you comment on that?
I would not comment regarding that, as the handcuff had injured me and the blood was splitting as I was signing. Sorry, apologies for that.
And did you actually see blood on any of the documents that you were made to sign at that place?
There is a point when I tried holding like this, and the witness shows with his left hand, and he was informed that he should not hold. However, there is a spillage of blood. There was a spillage of blood, and he was told just to sign and hold a pen.
What transpired after you signed those documents?
They moved away from me and had a caucus, and then that's when we left, and I was taken to a certain police station, which I do not know which police station was it.
Now, let us quickly go to the events of the 26th and 27th and the 5th of March 2021. The 26th of October 2020, do you recall that date? Evidence led in this court is that on the 26th of October 2020, you were charged for this matter, Foslora's case 636 of 10/2014. Notice of rights were given to you. Warrants of arrest were served on you. Do you recall that?
My Lord, I do not remember that, as I was charged on the 16th of June and I was arrested at that point. I have never been charged on the 26th of October. I was informed by Mukhale that I have been charged for the matter of Senzo. Because, my Lord, even when he opened the cells, when we went, there was a desk and he had documents, which he then placed them down and informed me that I am being charged for the matter of Senzo in Fosloras. And, my Lord, what surprised me is that why was I not given a document that looked similar to that one which I was charged for possession of ammunition in Northwest? Because the document that looks like this one, I do not have for this particular matter.
And that document that you refer to, what is that, sir?
This is a notice of rights which I was given that if within 48 hours I do not appear before a magistrate, then the matter would be removed from the roll. I am very much shocked, my Lord, that I was arrested in October. Now my question is, what was I being arrested for on the 16th of June?
Now let's go to the events of the 27th of October 2020. It is common cause and evidence has been led in this court that you and the co-accused appeared in the Boksburg Magistrates Court on that day. Do you recall that day?
Yes, my Lord. He arrived to me in the morning and informed me that I was going to court.
And then who is the he that you are talking about?
Sergeant Mukhane.
And were you provided with any escort from the regular people that escorted you to and fro throughout the investigations?
Yes, my Lord, there was escort. However, it was not Buthelezi and his team.
Now, explain to the Honorable Court what transpired on the first appearance at the Boksburg Magistrates Court.
We went to that place which I did not know, my Lord, as it was my first time being in that particular place.
What then transpired inside court, the proceedings and all of that? What happened?
We went in court and I refused to go into the accused dock.
Thank you.